going on, guys? My name is Chris Holowchuk, and this is another session of Hollow Sessions. And today's topic is what to do when you wake up between 3 and 5 a.m. Now, some of y'all know I've dived very deep into the spiritual stuff for probably about a good 9 years now, whether it's through Christianity or New Age stuff or whatever. It's been something of interest to me for a while, really since my mom died. I started diving into that more, and it really accelerated during 2020 and what was happening during that time. And I've had many different teachers throughout the time, and one of the most common things I've seen throughout all that is waking up between 3 and 5 a.m. They say that it's a very spiritually awakening time. Like, they say that's when God speaks to you the most, or the universe, or whatever you want to call him. That's when it is able to speak to you the most. And the reason why is that, everybody's asleep during that time. So you don't have a bunch of chatter. You're not getting a bunch of emails and texts and all that. Like, it's when things are most quiet. Even before technology, that's just when you're the most receptive to that. Sometimes we can get a little caught in our ego. Like, no, I don't want to wake up. Like, I know me personally, I feel like, oh, if I wake up now and I didn't get my full 8 hours of sleep, my next day is going to be ruined. And speaking that and thinking like that, you do create that situation to happen. That's something I personally had to get out of my ego, get out of my head about. And I had an experience the other day where I did wake up around that time. I wanted to go back to sleep. I tried to sleep and I couldn't. Then I woke up and from my alarm clock, I tried to go throughout my day, and it just didn't turn out so well. Like, I was tired and just grumpy and drank way too much coffee and just didn't have, the best of days I could have had compared to if I had gotten up during that time and utilized that time. Now, what to do during that time, that really depends on you and your situation. Me personally, I would meditate. But if you're not into the meditating thing, I'd say just pray. Ask God, like, what is he trying to tell you during that time? What message does he want to get to you? And I know, me personally, when I meditate too, I'll receive something more like a feeling than anything. That's how that, or I don't know, sometimes visions, if you really meditate hard and get very deep into that world. Our mind likes to say it's not real, so a lot of people struggle seeing like visions and stuff, but that's something you gotta get past the ego on again, and actually believe it is real. You'll be surprised like what you see. That, or start writing, journaling. That's something I personally struggle with. Like, being a songwriter, you would think I'd be very good at journaling, but no. I remember as a kid, I would write in my journal, and it'd be at my mom's house, and I'd come back after staying at my dad's, and I see a little note on there. My mom's going through all my stuff, like all my journals, and write her opinion on this or that, and it just like that, like, ruined that as a kid. So it's something I've had to work through, like getting past that fear that she maybe brought up, unknowingly. I guess she was trying to help her own way, but it was just like way too much invasion of my privacy and overstepping boundaries. But as a kid, you don't know that, and that's something I've worked through. Anyways, getting off that rant. Yeah, journaling, you just free write, whatever comes to mind. Give yourself 10 minutes to just write, no judgment or no expectations. Just write whatever's on your mind as fast as you can. Again, you'd be surprised what comes up during that time. And something else probably need to start working on too is songwriting during that time. For me personally, I've had a writer's block for a while, and getting back into doing the YouTube videos has really helped me start to get inspiration again and starting to make time for that. And there's between 3 and 5 a.m. you're not doing anything but sleeping, so what a better time to get inspiration than then. But that's personally me and my passion. For you, it could be something different, like art or video content or playing an instrument or sports or whatever. Whatever fuels your passion in life. When you wake up during that time, take advantage of this energy you have and don't know why you have it. Quit questioning that and just get up and create during that time. That is what you're intended to do. If you wake up constantly during that time and you don't know why, just do what fuels your life, and you'll be surprised like the energy you have throughout the day, like by doing that. For me personally, getting back into the videos again, like for music, it's caused like a euphoric feeling, almost like what you'd get from a drug. You know it's what you're put on this earth to do, and doing it just brings you joy. You know, you're finding new techniques to implement your craft. It's a high of its own. Yeah, during these times like 3 to 5 a.m., don't waste that opportunity you have to try something new, to get that creative spark that you've been asking for this whole time. And just on a general basis too, I've noticed, you know, I start waking up early now, like just for my job in general. Like I try to get up like 6 or 6:15. Like just getting up that early, like before 7, you know, you're not getting bombarded with emails and people hitting you up, as I was saying before. So it's a good time to just, you know, don't keep your phone on airplane mode. I always put mine on airplane mode right when I go to sleep, so I'm not getting woke up in the middle of the night and then, you know, the radio waves generating like aren't interrupting your sleep. Because believe it or not, it does have an impact when you're sleeping right next to your phone and the service is on. I've noticed a huge difference since doing the airplane mode thing. And yeah, and also something I've been guilty of too is, you know, not consuming too much content before you go to bed. Like, and give yourself like a half hour to an hour before bed to actually, you know, sit with yourself and don't have any other influences, you know, shaping your thoughts or anything. And just reflect. And those are the times as well that inspiration will come to your life. Anyways, that's about all I could think of on that subject at the moment. Hope you enjoyed this. If you did find value in this, please do like this video and subscribe to my channel. Helps me get the message out to more and more people. And with that being said, my name is Chris Holachek, and Holla is hollowing out.